for the aforementioned grave constitutional agreement emanating from the unilateral imposition of a order on our supposed federal union by a section of Nigeria, also in Korea, in their own part, secular union. And now, in circumstances that have become an extraordinary emergency for our people, being confronted by the clear and present danger of extermination in the hands of our supposed patriots in Nigeria, who are pursuing an ethnic cleansing campaign against indigenous nationalities of Nigeria, hereby declare sovereignty dispute with the Federation of Nigeria as represented by the government of Nigeria on account of our repudiation and rejection of the imposed 1999 Constitution of Nigeria. Authorship fraudulently imputed to us by the preamble to that Constitution in its false claim that, quote, we the people may enacted, gave to ourselves the said 1999 Constitution. A further lie in that same preamble, firmly and solemnly resolved to submit our people and our lands into the Union of Nigeria. Furthermore, invocation of our long suppressed collective sovereignty, we hereby proclaim a constitution Majeure effective from midnight of the 16th of December 2020, the 90-day of the United Nations, government of the United America Union and the African Union, as well as international other agencies of the community, of the intention of the people of the alliance territories, our allegiance to the 19 as well as the Union of Death and backward hoisted honor for the sake of peace and to avoid anarchy. It is our demand 90-day period of this following specific actions must be taken by the federal government of Nigeria, firmly set in motion an irreversible process which the aforementioned grave constitutional grievances will be addressed. A. A formal announcement by the federal government of Nigeria that the formal announcement by the federal government of Nigeria acknowledging the grievances and suffering now declared by the people of South Africa. Formal commitment by the federal government of Nigeria to the wholesale decommissioning and jettisoning 1999 Constitution, basis of the Federation of Nigeria, as was done by the government of apartheid era South Africa in 1990. When the process with apartheid in South Africa is that formal announcement by the federal government of Nigeria suspending other general elections under the 1990. Since winners of such elections will swear to and govern by that constitution. D. Formal invitation to the people of the south belt of Nigeria work out and place a transitional authority specify the modalities, including the component mandate of the authority at the time. B. Formal initiation of a time to midwife the agents of the fresh constitution with the constituent at the first stage is still unratified the various constitutions by referendum and plebiscite. The second negotiate, and in the second stage negotiate the terms of federating afresh as may be dictated by the outcomes of the referendum. By this proclamation, let it be known to all, including international money lenders, that Nigeria is now a disputed project, and that while the constituent component commits to honoring existing international debt obligations, we caution that whatever obligations that may arise from any foreign loans contracted by the federal government of Nigeria from the date of this proclamation will come into controversy. Similarly, all loans contracted by the federal government of Nigeria containing any clause that may cede the sovereignty of Nigeria to any part or any part thereof in the event of repayment default shall be disputed as illicit and in breach of sovereignty. We also invite politicians from the alliance territories and all political parties operating in the alliance territory take notice that 1999 constitution by which the winner of any national elections in Nigeria swear and govern is the very object of the sovereignty dispute we have just proclaimed with a demand that further national elections promised premised under the repudiated Constitution of 1999 will be deferred forth for the purpose of first reworking the damaged constitutional basis of Nigeria. It is therefore our expectation that you, political parties and politicians, will stand with the people you claim to speak, you claim or seek to serve as politicians or political parties in their current resolve to wind up the operation of the 1999 Constitution and to extinguish the source of their mission. If instead of standing with your people, Our problem is that we are talking to the people. Thousands of people. Right. Back on. Remove that. It is therefore our expectation office holder from the alliance territory, that is the middle belt, southwest, the southeast, and the south. Within a period of 30 days, commencing from night of March 17, 2020, appropriate communication channel shall be to formally extend invitations to affected persons and such details as modalities, dates, time, and venue shall be communicated along with the invitation. Our elected officials officials, our governors, our senators, our representatives. They claim that they have not been told about this thing. So within the next 30 days, we will invite them. Place it before them. In the aforementioned 30-day period of consultation, Kenyans enjoy the people of the Alliance territory, particularly the younger generation, home and abroad. Younger generation are the most affected by all these things that are happening. It's more your country, more your brother. All mentioned 30-day period consultation. Kenyans enjoy the peoples of the Alliance territory, particularly younger generation at home and abroad, whose future have been badly compromised and safe. Intensify the enlightenment about the December 2020 among the population. Mobilizing the local population was the inevitable engagement. Political parties and political merchants from their local who of humongous personal gains cling tenaciously to the 1999 constitution, even planning to partake other national elections in 2020 under constitution at a time when they claim to lead and represent, struggling to ease out the same 1999 constitution from which all their miseries flow. Crossing security, perishment, and which make them slaves in their own homeland. Political parties must now be persuaded to close shop forthwith, albeit temporarily, until the constitution by which the winners of any future elections, especially the 2020 election, will govern. Since all political parties in Nigeria operate under the 1999 Constitution, and the winners of any elections swear to govern by the 1999. This 30-day period of consultation offers the federal government of Nigeria a fresh window of opportunity beyond the 90 days period of notice that expired March 16, 2021, bring itself to the table of dialogue and negotiation set up by the constituent components of it, by way of the embassy. Being all agreed that no progress is possible for the people of Nigeria under the 1999 unity, we cannot be claiming restructuring. We do not claim restructuring. We are not talking about it. Cost control, rule of laws, security, and SARS, and corruption, even good governance. Warning, be warming up to go. We are talking about we cannot be talking about all those things. The warming up, go to another round of general elections 2023 that will renew the life of the nation, which guarantees unitarianism, hijack, impunity, security, house killing, option, bad government. We must now get honest with ourselves and turn off the tap from which these evils flow without further delay. And thus these evils flow from the 1999 Constitution. 1999
Oh shit.
Yes. Okay. Very much so. When hear him. Can you see him now?
Yes, sir. Well, my there's no going back for all our father say. Want use validation. There's no going back. Because I'm speaking for millions of Yoruba people. I know anything my father Banji Akintoye, I know. And with him, all our people, home and abroad, are to take to going back to our nation. You're welcome.
Right. We can take a point. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, go on. And before we proceed, we have over 50 media houses, local media, covering live. And so they will also ask questions. Just limit them to 3 questions that the whole world see them, hear them, and the answer them. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Just to make it clear, what we did on the 16th of December 2020 was to invalidate and terminate the life of that constitution, that contrived constitution, because our signature was put on it, and we didn't have any meeting, we didn't make the document. And so, having waited for 90 days for the federal government of Nigeria to come forward so that we can all begin to work our way to what will replace that document that is now dead. They haven't come. What we're doing today is to proceed with the processes that will, move us to new constitutional arrangements, to fresh protocols amongst ourselves. And then there's still a limited recognition for the sake of peace, for the sake of to avoid all sorts of anarchy, until we properly take over all of the functions. But all those impediments thrown at us by that constitution are no longer before us. We're just going to get those who are in charge, the governors, like you had in the speech. The governors, can now proceed with whatever they need to do to secure their territories, to take hold of their assets, that they can begin to work to, in the interim until proper transitional arrangements are put in place. That's where we are now. We're just proceeding with the transitioning. When the federal government makes up its mind, it can come. If it doesn't want to come, the owners of the sovereignty are well in a position to proceed with what they need to do.
Seeking referendum.
We're going forward, it will go all the way to referendum. Constitutions have been prepared, and the window for dealing with it together is still open in the 30 days of consultations that will have to happen. Now the media of Nigeria. Questions? With over 500 rebroadcasts. So please let the question be asked so that the answer can go to the whole world at the same time. It's a live program. Please put your briefly in English.
As you are pushing for self-actualization of Oduduwa nation, some people are clamoring for justice structuring. Don't you think the aspiration of those politicians will be a plug in the wheel of actualization of a nation?
Well, the press conference of today is by the Nigerian Indigenous Nationalities Alliance for Self-Determination, of which the Yoruba bloc is one. The Eastern bloc is there. The middle belt is there.
We want Yoruba nation.
There's the question of
restructuring again. Anybody that want to ask any question here, don't mention restructuring. We want Yoruba nation.
Now, the question of restructuring
does not arrive.
Which country do they want to be? The constitution that creates and defines relationship in the union is now out. The union is at an end as far as that constitution is the basis.
So which country
do they want to restructure? The business to be done now is to see whether what the nationalities that were trapped here since 1914, since 1999 by that constitution will do with their sovereignties. But first order of business, if that constitution must be completely out of everybody's life, Yoruba will take back their sovereignty and decide what they do with their neighbors. If there's anybody in the union who has embraced a civilization that requires him to kill others as infidels, or who say he's born to rule others because he's of one stock, ethnic stock or the other, then the rest of Nigeria is saying very clearly to them today that that union imposed on everybody by them, in which lives are no longer sacrosanct. The federation was supposed to be is no longer a federation. The secular union was supposed to be is no longer in place because some people embrace Sharia. All of that put together, there's no Nigeria that can be restructured right now. The constitution that creates Nigeria is in this state. Hello? Hello?
Yes.
On mute. Right.
Okay,
Where did we lose it? Where did we leave out? No, Punch. You didn't hear the question Punch asked.
Punch has not asked.
Was it really Nigerian? Please repeat your question. Repeat your question. I can answer again. They didn't hear. Just hold on. No, that's not that.
Aláròyé Yorùbá.
Yes, okay, let's carry on.
No, you ban Aláròyé now.
No, let's carry on. Let me answer the question again. Hold on. Can you hear me?
We are fighting for you.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you sure they're hearing us?
We need to say anything you want to say here in Yoruba. You can translate exactly.
Can we
ṣé àwọn èèyàn ń gbọ́ ṣé wọ́n ń gbọ́ ọ̀pọ̀ta sọ wáyé gbálẹ̀ ẹgbẹ́ fúlàní láwọn ẹ̀jẹ̀ fóònù.
ṣe ń bẹ ìjọba báyìí.
Okay, if you can take it from
Béèrè ní
here.
èdè abínibí wa. Ó gbọ́ English.
àti gbogbo
They can hear there's too much noise in their studio. Every single thing happens here. They are hearing every conversation.
So let us keep it cool.
Please,
Who is the next question? Who is the next
let's
question?
have one house, please. It's disturbing the signal. Thank you.
Can we carry on?
they are trying
Can you hear now?
wọ́n ń gbìyànjú láti jẹ́ kí gbogbo àkàdé
Okay.
ẹ̀jẹ̀ kan bọ̀.
The last question was from Alaroye, and he was asking about the matter of restructuring. That some people are clamoring for restructuring at a time we are making all these propositions, and that how do we deal with all of it? The answer I was given on behalf of Ninas is that there is a union dispute around the very country Nigeria. The constitution that creates and defines the relationships in that union is in distress. The owners of the sovereignty that are corralled into Nigeria are pulling back their signature from the forged instrument. They've rejected the constitution that creates the union. Their sovereignty is on the table now. Yoruba is taking back its sovereignty. The eastern part and the middle belt are taking back their sovereignties, and they will decide what they will do next with their sovereignty until it goes all the way to referendum. If after 90 days the operators of Nigeria do not want to come to table for us to work it out together, the sovereignty of the components are in their hands. It is up to them to decide what they do with it, and nothing will stand their way until they get to where they recover it fully. The people talking about restructuring, people should ask them back, which country do they want to restructure? There's no union. The Union of Nigeria is distressed at this moment, and the sovereignties of the constituent components is not dependent on anybody to agree with them or not agree with them. Yoruba wants out.
Next question.
Everybody else wants out. Next question, please.
Punch. My question is, in this situation, we still have government. We have the state government.
Yes.
I mean, the state governors. We have six governors of 6 states of Southwest.
Yes.
Now, how do we ensure their no confusion, do you have the support of the governors of the Southwest, or is this going to run in spite of them?
We issued our collective position. The indigenous nationalities of Nigeria across the whole of the South and Middle Belt issued our position, a proclamation on the 16th of December. In that proclamation, and I will invite the media to please go back to it, Guardian newspaper has it on the front page today. The New Telegraph has it at the back page today. The website of the NINAS, www.freedomfromnigeria.com. Let all the media houses go and read the proclamation itself, because we spoke about this in that proclamation, that we recognize there's a government in place. We're not anarchists. We have offered, NINAS has offered those operating the Nigerian Union, the Nigerian government at this time, the Nigerian state at this time, we offered them a transitioning. We said, hey, look, let the existing governance structures remain in place so that we can go do exactly what South Africa did with apartheid constitution in 1990 that lasted 4 years before they got to new things. Therefore, if after 90 days they are not coming forward,
Since after 90 days.
since they haven't come forward, we again said today, you go and read what we put out today, that there's another 30 days that will commence from midnight of March 17, 2021, within which the elected representatives of the three blocks in the alliance, the component, the regions in the alliance, that is elected representatives from Yoruba land, from the eastern part, including the south and southeast, from the middle belt. They have been recalled, they have been invited to come home to their respective regions to consult, because the next step after what has been done already, as we said in that proclamation of 2020, the next step, which is the reconsideration of our allegiance to that constitution, will affect those people who are in Abuja representing these alliance blocks. And so we just are given another 30 days within which they should come to discuss with the people they represent in that Abuja, and all the other people who are acting on behalf of with that constitution. So in that 30 days, in the press conference text of today, we again reminded the federal government that the window is still open for them to turn up, but we're not waiting for them for anything. The constitution is in distress. The sovereignties of the people who are trapped in this union by that constitution is on the table for them to work out an orderly way of retrieving them. The governors, again, we already told our people to please work with the governors in the interim. The state assemblies work with the governors. Anything that constitution prevented them from doing before, they have to just sit down, and if they have to pass laws, if they have to make regulations, to go and begin to do those things. The security of their people cannot depend on anything anybody is saying from anywhere else. The assets that belong to them that have been taken away
Ladies and gentlemen, there's a bit of a break in the transmission. We're just trying to wait and see what happens. Hopefully, it should reload up. We do know, as ever, we know that there are issues with the transmission from back home. As we know, things are never ever quite the same. So we are looking to see what's happening. In the meantime, we'll just try and hang with it. Hopefully, I'm trying to get that back up so we can get in continuation with the broadcast. A momentous day indeed, a day in which we, the people of the South, as mentioned, we've all decided that we're going in our own way. A little note of interest, I want you all to go to a place called www.freedomfromnigeria.com and look at that information right there. And let me see if I can get that up for you. I'm trying to get this back up. It looks like it's some sort of a problem. It's not loading back up. But we will, of course, try and give you further updates as it's progressing. What we are doing right now, I'm going to try and give you a bit more information on the side. Oh, okay, it looks like it's coming back. If it is, we're staying with it. Just give me a minute. It might be just okay. Good, it's back. Okay, just give me a minute. It'll be back. Here we go. Oh, it froze. It's still frozen. I think it's gone. I think we're probably looking at a still. We're gonna try and get back. What we can do is to just bear with us for a minute, please, as I'm trying to work out the next moves. In the meantime, let me see if I can get you some information like I was saying, the freedom from Nigeria. That could be something we could look at. I'll put that here so we can look at that as well. Let's look at that right now. So it's worth going through that right now. And this is an information that we can all use. Because it's, Tony Nadi mentioned it right there. And I think it's
fresh protocol. There's no quarrel. You can see the Yoruba is here, the Middle Belt, everybody's here. Okay. The people who are causing the problem in the government house will listen to their people and come for us to work it all out together.
Okay, it's frozen. Okay.
It's a gathering of statesmen that are now saying we must stop this because consumes everybody.
Okay, I think we're back. I think we're back.
Now, Professor Kito, you answer to that question.
Yes, the new day has actually. We have reached a point at which we can define our status. We are going to define our status by the action that we now take. We have claimed our sovereignty back. The important thing now is how are we going to structure our sovereignty, our self-determination, and the steps are clear. We need a referendum, and we will ask the United Nations to come and do the referendum, the type that they did in Sudan, so that there will be a referendum for the Yoruba people, asking the Yoruba people, what do you want? Continued membership of Nigeria or your own country? It will ask the people of the East the same question. It will ask the people of the Middle Belt the same question. Then secondly, each group must sit down expeditiously and now present their picture of themselves to the world. Where is the map of your country? You might think that those things are not important. They are the most important things in what we are doing now. Where is the map of your country? Of the country you are talking about. Where is the map of it?
And the Constitution.
Who are the people who are in that territory? In the case of the Yoruba, we can answer, we the Yoruba people are in that territory, surrounded by the boundaries of that map. How do you want to govern yourself? That means we must write a constitution. And for the Yoruba people, it is easy. We are one nation. We can sit down, appoint our lawyers from every direction,
Yeah, just
to
a
write
break.
our constitution. And they can get it done very quickly. Every group must have its own constitution. Because the world is going to ask for that. Before the United Nations will say, oh, okay, we are going to organize a referendum for you. They want to see those things. So we must.
Yeah, just a little break. Hopefully we'll be back. Just hang with us, please. I we want to commend Yomi Koiki, Koiki Media for the work they're doing. We're bringing it here so we can be able to give you a bit more updates and things as well. You're of course watching Speaking to Sunewa, the platform where we speak truth to power, and of course partnered with Oduduwa TV Radio. What we are trying to do is give you updates as things are progressing. Referendum now is the drive we should all be getting on board of right now. And every part of the South must begin that journey. We need to be speaking loud, clear, consistently about referendum now, about drawing up constitution, enlightening our people. That is the journey that we must speak clearly, explain to everybody the reason why we have come to this point. Do not be afraid to explain to the people why they must take their own future in their own.
Produce them now. That's it. And then
yeah, I will be coming in and out as things as it progresses. I will sort of interject a little bit. So do bear with us. As we know, in that location 9, we now know that the network and everything that's been done there has been deliberately done in a manner to frustrate, make it difficult to communicate and restrict. And these are yet more reasons why we are going for the we
youth, all the Yoruba youth in this our land support our father. We are on support our father because we know this our father, this is our real father that he know that he know to fight for our rights in our land, to come and disturb our father, our farms, our sister. If you are meet any Fulani herdsman, we are ready to face him and destroy them. Starting from now. Of course. If any police attack us for that, we are ready for them. We are ready. Yoruba people ready to this country. We are ready to face the country that you don't have mercy for Yoruba. We have taken back our territory. Yesterday, we meet my father. I meet some maybe like a 5-year-old boy, 6 years. There's no father. They don't have house to sleep. They don't have anything. If you see all these small boys, they smoke India air. I swear. Oh my God, this country is finished. We don't want Nigeria. We want Yoruba nation. We are not fear anybody. We fear only God. Thank you. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. There's no going back. Ní Yorùbá, bàbá wa lélẹ́yìn, gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ọ̀dọ́ Yorùbá pátápátá a support bàbá wa torí pé bàbá wa ń béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ wa fún wa. A dẹ̀ rí pé bàbá tó mọ iye ọmọ lélẹ́yìn, bàbá ń rò pé nígbà tó ń bá dàgbà kí ni àbọ̀ tó ń fẹ́ jẹ́ fún àwọn tí wọ́n ti lọ. Bàbá ti gbé wa délẹ̀ lérí náà already. Torí pé ohun tá à ń fà yìí kò sí padà sẹ́yìn lórí ẹ̀. Kò sí o. Kò dẹ̀ sí ìbẹ̀rù fún ọmọ Ọlọ́run torí pé ọmọ Ọlọ́run làwa ṣe, ọmọ bàbá làwa ṣe nípa ìgbàgbọ́ nínú Kristi. Ẹ̀rù kankan ọba wa torí pé Ọlọ́run ló gbé bàbá wa dìde, ó ti fi àwọn ọmọ akíkanjú tì í lẹ́yìn. Ẹ̀rù kankan ọba wa o, a bẹ̀rù anybody níbi tí nǹkan dé dúró báyìí. Torí pé ìlú tí a pera wa ní ìlú tó pera ní Nàìjíríà tí ò sí ààbò fún àwa tá a wà ń bẹ̀. Àwọn Fúlàní ń pa wá. wọ́n bà gbogbo dúkìá bàbá wa jẹ́ wọ́n fi tún tiwọn ṣe wọ́n rẹ́pù àwọn àǹtí wa àwọn àbúrò wa wọ́n tún ṣe fídíò wọ́n mọ̀ jẹ́ kárí ẹ̀yìn ẹ̀ wá jẹ́ ẹ̀ tún fi hàn wá fúdí èyí gbogbo ẹ̀mọ́ gbẹ́nu gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ pé àfẹ́ wọn mọ́ ní orílẹ̀ wa ń bí kálukú dirẹ̀ mú ìlú Benin Republic ń ò tó Ọ̀ṣun state.
tó local government méjì ń bá dùn.
Kí ni mo sọ fún yìí wọ́n dáṣẹ́ lé ayé wọn wọ́n dẹ̀ ń gbádùn ara wọn àlàáfíà wà ń bẹ̀ ààbò wà ń bẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ti lọ ń jẹ adúró wọ́n lọ ń ṣe ọmọ ọ̀dọ̀ ṣe nǹkan oríṣiríṣi nílẹ̀ Benin wá ní kí wọ́n mọ gba ìwé wọn lé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nígbà tí àwa gbọ́njú ìlú Ghana wọ́n máa ń wá lu wálẹ̀ Yorùbá ń bí wọ́n máa ń ṣe so bàtà súnmíkà lábàáyọ tó ń jò ní bàtà tó ń jò iṣẹ́ tó wá ń ṣe ń bí nìyẹn bọ̀ nísìnyí àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá wọ́n ti di ẹrú nílùú Ghana débi pé Ghana ń lé wa pé ká máa lọ lu wa adẹ̀ ń pera wa ní wọ́n Nàìjíríà gbogbo agbára tí ń bẹ́ẹ̀ lu Nàìjíríà ń bí kò sí Yorùbá mẹ́ ọdún kẹrìndínlógún rèé tí ọmọ Yorùbá ti ṣe IG burata yìí àbíkílẹ̀ tán láwọn olè lọ́lẹ́dẹ́ mẹ́ta yìí símọ̀ sáfà mi Yorùbá ò débẹ̀ rí IG tí bẹ́ẹ̀ lu yìí Hausa Fúlàní ló ń ṣe àwọn náà ń ṣe ọ̀gá sójà àwọn náà ń sọ̀gá SS àwọn náà ń sọ̀gá gbogbo nǹkan láyé kò sí Yorùbá nìkan wọ́n náà fún wa ní vice president extra tire dọ́mítà tí ó lè sọ̀rọ̀ tí ó lè béèrè ẹ̀tọ́ Yorùbá fún. a dẹ̀ rí pé gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa tọ́jú olóṣèlú yìí wọ́n ń tà wá ni wọ́n fi wá gbá géè wọ́n fi wá ṣe business wọ́n fi wá gba contract so fúdi èyí eléyìí tá à ń ṣe lẹ́nu yìí gbogbo àwọn ọba wa pátápátá látòrí Ọ̀ọ̀ni Aláàfin gbogbo ọba tí ń bẹ́lẹ̀ Yorùbá ni wọ́n ń bẹ́ bí báyìí ṣùgbọ́n bá tó bá fẹ́ sọ fún wa pé wọn ò sí ń bẹ̀ ó ṣe fídíò kí gbogbo Yorùbá ó rí gbogbo àwọn tó jẹ́ bàbá wa látòrí bàbá wa bàbá wa tó wà lẹ́kọ̀ọ́ bàbá wa Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ bàbá wa tó jókòó gbogbo ọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá wa sọ yìí bàbá wa Ayọ̀ Adébánjọ mọ̀ sí gbogbo Afẹ́nifẹ́re mọ̀ sí gbogbo àwọn àgbààgbà ilẹ̀ Yorùbá mọ̀ sí gbogbo ọ̀dọ́ Yorùbá mọ̀ sí àgbààgbà tí máa ń bẹ ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí tó bá ní òun ọ̀fọwọ́sí nǹkan tí bàbá wa bá ń jẹ́ akító ṣe lé ní afẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ṣe fídíò. ohun tí a fẹ́ ni pé òmìnira fún Yorùbá ó sì ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ láti òní tí bàbá wa ti sọ̀rọ̀ tí bàbá wa ti pàṣẹ a sì nígbàgbọ́ yìí pé mímí ò lé mi bàbá kò dẹ̀ sí ẹnì kankan tí ó lè fa ọmọ Yorùbá kan ní aṣọ níbi tí gàdédó tí a bá gbọ́ mi kan yìí pé ọlọ́pàá kan tàbí sọ́jà kan tàbí SS kan ó fi ọwọ́ kan ọmọ Yorùbá kan yóò dògùn ni o ó ti tó gẹ́ mo ń gba ẹnu gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ pé a fẹ́ gbogbo Fúlàní agbénipa lórí ilẹ̀ wa mọ́ láti ìsinsìnyí lọ a dẹ̀ fẹ́ gba gbogbo àwọn bàbá wa níyànjú tí wọ́n jẹ́ àgbẹ̀ kan padà sóko wọn láti ọ̀la lọ a bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí gbogbo ìletò déletò láti mọ bá wọn sọ̀rọ̀ kálukú ọmọ padà sóko rẹ̀ ní ìrọ̀rùn a dẹ̀ rí pé amójútó wọn débi pé a ní rí Fúlàní kankan tí ó yọ wọn lẹ́nu mọ́ torí pé àwọn Fúlàní yìí wọ́n ń jẹ orúkọ wọ́n ń ba dúkìá àwọn bàbá wa jẹ́ wọ́n ń jẹ oko wọ́n ń ba ṣùgbọ́n àtàbà nǹkan jẹ́ láti lè jẹ́ pé kí àwọn ọmọ kó ata tiwọn àti tòmátì wọn àti fúnmọ́tà fún wa wọ́n ti sọ wá lẹ́rú. ẹni pé gbogbo ilẹ̀ Yorùbá ní Fúlàní ti wá pé ààfin Fúlàní ó ju ààfin àwọn bàbá wa lọ a lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Olúbàdàn bàbá dáadáa wọ́n ti yọ ẹni pé wọ́n ti gba agbára kó lọ́wọ́ Sẹ́ríkì kan wọ́n ní kó wà lábẹ́ baálẹ̀ léyìí tó yẹ pé bó ṣe yẹ kó wà nìyẹn gbogbo ìyà tí àwọn Fúlàní yìí fi ń jẹ wá gbogbo agbára tí wọ́n ń lò yìí wọn ò tí ì bí ọmọ Yorùbá kan dáa kó lorú ẹ̀ nílùú wọn àwa Yorùbá tá à ń gbé nílùú wọn hàn lágbára kankan kí ló dé tá wá ń ṣe ẹrú nílùú tí wọ́n ti bí wa kí ló dé tí à ń ṣe ẹrú nílùú tí wọ́n ti bí wa tó lè jẹ́ pé àwọn tí wọ́n ń pera wọn ní sẹ́nítọ̀ tí wọ́n ń pera wọn ní ọ̀nẹ́rìmù tó ń sọ lórí wa wọ̀nyí wọ́n máa lọ nínú go-slow wọ́n rí àwọn ọmọ ọdún mẹ́rin ọmọ ọdún márùn-ún tí wọ́n ń ta gúgúrú tí wọ́n ń ta pọ́pọ́ wọ́n dẹ̀ tún mọ́ ọ̀rá jẹ lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀ rí pé ẹnì ìparun wọn èso lórí gidi. so fún díẹ̀ yìí àfẹ́ wọn mọ́ ohun tá a fẹ́ ẹwọ́yẹ ọmọ Yorùbá tí ń bẹ káàkiri àìmọye orílẹ̀-èdè ní Yorùbá pọ̀ jùlọ àìmọye orílẹ̀-èdè ní Yorùbá pọ̀ jùlọ kí ló wá dé arọ gbogbo àgbáyé gbogbo àwọn United Nations kíkiri yóò tó dá wàhálà lẹ̀ kó tó dògbò tí wọ́n bá wá àti pé àwọn àgbọ̀ àti pé wọ́n bá àárọ̀ wọn kọ́ wá dá sí ó tó di pé yóò dògbò tí wọ́n bá wá dá sí yóò kọjá ọ̀tọ́rọ̀ torí pé ibi tí ìkàdé ọdún sí àwọn òṣèlú abẹ Nàìjíríà mọ́ bá sí àti kúrò ní abẹ́ ká má lè sọ̀rọ̀ ká má lè sun ká má lè gbé à ń sunúlé wa ọkàn wa balẹ̀ à ń rìn lọ lórí rìn ọkàn balẹ̀ kí ló dé sẹ́rù ni wọ́n ni àṣàyẹ wa àwọn olórí la ṣe yàn adèlà àṣẹ mọ́ tí ká wa ní Èkó ń bí àpapá gbogbo àwọn tí ń sọ lórí mẹ́ Fúlàní ni wọ́n àfẹ́ wọn mọ́ pọ́ọ̀tì wa náà ní pọ́ọ̀tì méjèèjì Fúlàní ní kọ̀ntró wa ń bẹ̀ àfẹ́ wọn mọ́ gbogbo airport wa ń bẹ̀ yẹn Fúlàní ní sọ lórí bẹ̀ àfẹ́ wọn mọ́ sẹ̀mẹ̀bọ́dà àfẹ́ Fúlàní bẹ̀ mọ́ láti sísí lọ tí bàbá bá ti sọ̀rọ̀ tán àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kẹfẹ́ tá a ṣe mítì á lọ sí gbogbo bọ́dà wálẹ̀ tí rẹ́sì ó lè mọ wọlé oúnjẹ ó lè mọ wọlé gbogbo ó lè mọ wọlé ní lọ́rùn ó ti tó gẹ́ gbogbo bọ́dà wa tí ìjọba Nàìjíríà láwọn tí à ń sọ fún ọ pé àṣìlábẹ́ ọmọ báyìí á lọ sí gbogbo ẹlẹ́ láti sí ìlọ fúnra wa gbogbo tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe fún wa àwọn kan ti rẹ́dì fún yín wọ́n ń gbọ́ ẹnu gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá sọ̀rọ̀ ni o àwọn kan lè máa sọ pé ẹnu Yorùbá kò ẹnu wa kò ẹ má fọkàn sí o tẹ́ bá fẹ́ mọ̀ pé ẹnu wa kò ẹ̀yẹ ẹ fọwọ́ kan nìkan ẹ mọ̀ pé gbogbo àwọn ọba pátápátá níbẹ̀ lẹ́yìn wa ọba tó bá bọ̀ sí lẹ́yìn wa kọ́ lọ ṣe fídíò kárí kò ní mọ́júmọ́. kí ni mọ̀ràn yín wà wọ́n Yorùbá tó ń bẹ̀ fún ìmọ̀ràn mi fún gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá ni wípé ilé ti tó lọ
ẹ máa bọ̀ nlé. All Yorubas in Hausa land come home. All Yorubas in Hausa land come home. Start coming home. Message to all Yorubas.
ẹ mọ̀jà bára wa jà ẹja ṣera wa lọ́kàn àsìkò ti tó ilé ti yá ẹja ṣera wa lọ́kàn ó sì jẹ́ alàgbà Sunday Adéyẹmọ alias Sunday Ìgbòho a fẹ́ kí bàbá wa Professor Banji Akintoye kan ṣe àṣekágbá pẹ̀lú ọ̀rọ̀ ìyànjú àṣekágbá. Last statement, sir. No, it's an international thing.
So they are trying to organize the closing statements, and Professor Banji Akintoye will be making the closing statements, as you can see. We're just trying to wait for that. He's going to speak in English.
In this very important and historic moment, the most important thing for the Yoruba nation is to learn to work towards achieving their sovereignty. We have already declared that sovereignty now, but the Yoruba people must learn to work together.
Yes.
For instance, the meeting was held in
One house. We hope they can hear.
A meeting was held by our elders and leaders and highly placed persons today. And if you hear this, the enumeration of the grievances of the Yoruba nation, what the Yoruba nation is suffering in Nigeria, it is the same thing that we are talking about here.
Yes.
Therefore, there should be no reason why we cannot all work together for the purpose of extricating ourselves from this trouble that Nigeria has become. So my advice to you young people is gather yourselves together. Bring yourselves together. Speak to our elders who are still hesitating about Nigeria. There is no need for any Yoruba person to be talking about restructuring now, or about a new constitution for Nigeria, or about resource control, and things like that. Game is up. We have seen enough of Nigeria, have decided our status in the world today, and let us move forward and implement it smoothly without any violence. Do not fight anybody, no violence. We are going to have a separate Yoruba country very soon. Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody.
That's our slang. Starting from now.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, wow, 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 wow. Let's wow, guys, wow. See how we can. Give me a minute. I want to give you the further picture just to back up what they're saying. I want to thank you all for joining us. Before you go, make sure you visit this website. Make sure you visit this website, freedomfromnigeria.com. And there are many areas. We can go into one or two of these things. Let me see if I can open it. Because this is momentous day. In manner. Let's see if I want to show you a few things. Right now, breaking news. Freedom petitions. Started like self-determination. From a signatory to the classic street. Was Majeure. I signed this petition, which you've done. So all of that is there. It's all information. These are information that we should have. And I want you all to please join in on. This is something that will be coming. You're a Yoruba man. You're an Igbo man. You're a Middle Belton. The thieves, did you see? They brought tears. Thieves brought Mark Miller, one of the people, to come to place a petition inside the house. Would you believe that Ahmed Wase, deputy speaker, he would not let the petition. He would not let the vote. Now, what is the essence of being a Nigerian? If your grievances of you being displaced from your own land cannot be tabled in your own nation's highest office, what's the essence? That's the question I want us all to think of. That's the justification for why we are going for our individual nations, Yoruba nation, the Yoruba nation, and all the other nations. And I want you to hold on to that point. I've posted a video about that on Citizen AY, aired on the other platform. I urge you to look at it, study it closely. We've talked about the fact that they have Abuja Declaration. In the Abuja Declaration, they intend to make the whole of Nigeria. That's it. We don't have a say. We will not. Let me just go back. Steps to freedom. You can just go and look at this book, and you can get accustomed with it. Look around in it. Yeah. Talk to people about it. Explore. There's so many things. Petition, latest info. There are things that we can look at in it. I encourage us all to really take this on. This is a momentous day. It's a day that I want us all to hold and remember. Since the 16th, just 2 days ago, and you've just watched back what Professor Banji Akintoye had to say in the World Press Conference. And I urge you all to really take that in and listen on and listen into this. Now, I'm probably shortly going to be going away. I'm not going. I'll be bringing this broadcast to an end. I want to thank you all for joining us. Like I said, this is the beginning of the first few steps we're taking to become a truly independent nation. Not just Yoruba nation. We're talking about Biafra and the South and all of the various. I don't have precise names. The ones I do know of are the Yoruba nation and Biafra. We know there are others, including Middle Belt area. We can be broken down into various areas. The key thing is the people's right. The thieves, for example, that is the most recent example of the demonstration of a lack of voice in the contraption we call Nigeria. That is the justification everybody must hold on to make sure that we leave that contraption. It's left for me to say thank you all for joining me. I want to congratulate Yomi Koike for bringing the broadcast to us live, and we shared it, and we were able to interact. I know it was a bit shaky in the middle. We do apologize for that. There is more for us to do. We will be bringing more information to you all, and of course, myself, Citizen AY, and the entire team on the Oduduwa TV Radio and other broadcasters will be coming and doing more. There's a lot more work for us to do now, for us all to do. And I encourage you, if you haven't joined the struggle, and you're a Yoruba man and you're a Biafra man, join now. We are not this. It is all in. We have to be all in. Nobody. We don't want. You cannot afford to say you are excluding yourself from this. This is something that will benefit our coming generation. I'm telling you, the work we are doing now. Forget yourself. You're doing it for the coming generation. And like Professor said, we are not fighting anybody in our land. We can't do a tenth of what the Fulanis are doing to us in the north. And yet they are killing us in our land. They are strangling. Everything is happening to us. So I'm very, very keen to state this, that let's hold on to this day. Share and spread this message. It is really important that we do not stop here. There's a lot more work. We need donations. I'm going to speak now. Professor Banja Kito has said to us that we will be having a central account. We need to do that. And I'm urging you all now, every month, whatever organization that you're in, make monthly donations in that organization. £10 is not too much. €10, $10 is not too much. And furthermore, in the central account of the nation that we're going to be creating in Yoruba land, we want you to make equal amount. That's my own recommendation. There will be more firm recommendation made by Professor. I am only making my own suggestions because I'm speaking from my heart, and I want you all to know that is the commitment we will need to achieve, to bring to life Yoruba nation, to bring to life Biafra nation. Biafrans are already ahead in terms of making donations, and that's wonderful. That's they've got the blueprint that we and many of us are trying to follow, and we're trying to build something like that in Yoruba land. But listen, this is now more than talking. We need to redouble our efforts, and we need to bring out flags, T-shirts. Awareness campaign has got to go around right across the whole of Yoruba land to make sure people understand when we're talking about the Oduduwa nation, what it means. Okay. So, listen, in closing, I want to thank you all. I am truly grateful for the time you've given us to talk to be able to share this moment. And yes, there is a lot more work for us to do up ahead. There will be a broadcast that will be coming up in due course shortly. So I have to run off and go and prepare for that. There will be a team on the Oduduwa TV Radio. So watch out for that. The Lady B and Lady Best and Yaf Yomoba, they'll be doing a broadcast. I will be bringing it back to you shortly in the next 20 minutes to half an hour. So please do join us on the Oduduwa TV Radio. And of course, it will be shared on all our platforms. Look out for that. It will be coming out soon. It's left me to say, before I go, I don't want to miss the opportunity because I'm just so happy right now. I'm not even going to do anything else. I'm not going to play the tune. I'm singing it straight. I want you to know how to feel that anticipation, that joy. Now, I'm going to sing. I'll just sing it straight because I've really got to go. I've got literally a few minutes. Goes. We're going to sing the Amakorin Le Oduduwa. Olobai. Eba Agbere. Iṣẹ́ wa fúnlẹ̀ wa fún orílẹ̀-èdè wa ká gbéga ká gbéga ká gbéga fáyé rí ìgbàgbọ́ wa ní pé bá ti bẹ̀rù lábọ̀ mọ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká ṣiṣẹ́ ká jọlá ìṣọ̀kan àtòmìnira ní ẹ jẹ́ ká máa lépa tẹ̀síwájú ọ̀pọ̀ ire àtòhun tó dára ọmọ Oòduà dìde bọ́ sípò ẹ̀tọ́ rẹ. Ìwọ ni ìmọ́lẹ̀ gbogbo adúláwọ̀. I thank you all for watching. Ẹ ṣeun gan-an, ẹ ṣeun lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Àti màá rí yín bá sọ̀rọ̀. Ó dìgbà kan náà. Ẹ ṣeun. Ó dàbọ̀. Ó dàbọ̀. Pardon, I will be off in a minute. Network sometimes. So I think you got it.